Welcome to the VC Sports Buzz this Monday evening, December 17th, 2012. I'm Miko, that's KC out there in California. How's it going out there, Kevin?
Loving the third eye blind, the semi-charm life, and I'm loving our DC 5 here, our 5 topics to break down. The Mayans predicted the end of the world, but I think it's easier to predict the end of the world than it is to predict what's going to happen with this Redskins team. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. Who would have thought they would have rattled off 5 games in a row, Miko, with a very impressive win against the Cleveland Browns here this past Sunday?
Yeah, an amazing victory considering, what they were up against, playing a Browns team that had won 3 in a row, and the Redskins were without RG3 and had to trot out their backup quarterback, Kirk Cousins, who everybody grilled in the offseason. Why did the Skins spend a 4th-round pick on this guy? And he showed up and played tremendous.
Played incredible. He's got the blonde hair flowing out of his helmet. He doesn't look like a quarterback, but he went in there and played like one, throwing for over 300 yards, setting the rookie passing record for the Redskins, 2 touchdowns. He made Shanahan look like a genius, and that offense was humming. A lot of props go to Kyle Shanahan. Incredible play calling. And the Redskins won another game that they had to win, which begs the question, based on his play, Miko, what do we think Kirk Cousins' value is as his team? I mean, he played incredible. Teams want a player like that at the most important position. What is his value right now?
Well, it brings up an interesting question because you got guys like Adam Schefter on ESPN now in the morning going on air saying, oh, there's definitely not a quarterback controversy here in Washington. RG3 is a starter, which obviously everybody knew. But, it brings up a very interesting, question about what is his value. And I think, Pro Football Talk today had an article about Kirk Cousins' value and saying some GMs would actually give a 2nd-round pick for him right now because he's a young guy. He shows he can play in this league. He was highly rated coming out of Michigan State. So, to me, do you trade this guy or do you keep him on the roster still?
You have to keep him on the roster. We haven't seen enough of RG3 to know if he's going to get hurt like he is this season, because if that's the case, you got to have a guy like Cousins, or if this is just an aberration with his injuries. But the way he plays, you need a competent backup. I'd make it be known that he could be had for a 1st-round pick at the end of the season, but you got to keep this guy one more year just to see if RG3 is going to be healthy enough to play. And Shanahan has not announced who the quarterback is going to be going into the Eagles game. It could be Cousins, could be RG3. Things are pointing RG3's way. But, Miko, what do you see for this Eagles game coming up here? You think it's another trap game for the Redskins?
Here's what I see. I see the Skins being on a roll right now, winning 5 in a row. They're playing really well as a team. The defense is stepping up. And an Eagles team that, let's be honest, they've given up. They're turning the ball over like crazy. They know Andy Reid is out of here after the season's over. Granted, yeah, you got to go to Philly. It is a division rival, but I think the Skins are playing so well right now, and they control their own destiny. They know that. I see the Skins going in there. I see them beating the Eagles.
Here's the only thing that makes me nervous about this game. This is the first game on this stretch where the Redskins are expected to win. The Ravens, the Giants, even the Browns, a team that was on a 3-game run, they weren't really expected to win those games. They were clawing from behind, trying to catch the Giants. Now they've done it. Now they're on top of the mountaintop. They control their own destiny. They go into an Eagles team that, like you said, has given up on the season. They turn the ball over a lot. They're not a very good offense. This is going to be the first time we have a chance to see this Redskins team expected to win, see if they take care of it. I cannot see a scenario where the Redskins do not win this game and go into Dallas to set up what will be a huge, huge game, Miko. So now, the Dallas game is going to be in here in our house in D.C., and it kind of begs the question now, are NFL games in general, would you rather go to an NFL game or would you rather stay home and watch a game inside your house?
I'll tell you this. If you gave me 2 tickets right now, free tickets to Redskins-Eagles, I don't care where it was, at FedEx Field or at the Lincoln up in Philadelphia, I would stay home and I'd watch the game on the couch. I'd rather do that than have to battle the traffic and the hassle of going to a game. However, if it's Cowboys-Redskins, I want to go. I want to be there. It's going to be a playoff-like atmosphere, like it's a must-win game to make the playoffs, or it is a playoff game. I want to be there. I want to battle the traffic and the crowds and go to the game and do all that. But otherwise, I want to be at home watching Red Zone, have my DVR, my chips, my non-alcoholic beverage, all that great stuff.
Yeah, with Christmas coming up, I do want to say the one person that should stay home is Santa Claus. Santa, please don't go to the Redskins-Eagles game. You remember what they did to you before? They pelted you with snowballs. If there's anyone that should stay home and enjoy that Redskins game on the giant 60-inch HD TV, it's Santa Claus. Hear my pleas here, Santa. Please stay home. I would also stay home. DVR, Red Zone. You can have beers at home, your friends at home. I really think it's beginning to move to a point where the in-stadium experience is a little bit overrated. But I will say this, The players in the NFL right now that are drawing people into the seats are your dynamic RG3s, Kaepernicks, Wilson, those dynamic quarterbacks, which begs the question, Maiko, is the era of the pocket passer, are we seeing that in front of us right now disappear?
You know, Kevin, I think the Mayans got something right, and I think that is that December 21st, 2012 is the end of the pocket passer. I think we're in a new era now, a new age. It's all about, can you beat defenses not only with your arm but with your feet? And so, you know, that's one extra thing the defense has to prepare for, and another person you have to sort of assign to the quarterback in case he runs around and rushes the ball instead of throwing it. So, you know, to me, I think we're in a totally new era. All the kids out there now are going to start modeling their game after guys like RG3 and Russell Wilson. So, to me, we're in a totally new era, and it's only a matter of time before one of those guys wins a Super Bowl.
Completely agree. Keep in mind, RG3's jersey is the #1 selling jersey out right now. The young kids these days, they don't want to be Peyton anymore. They want to be RG3. So I think you're going to see this trend continue. And when Washington's playing in the playoffs possibly this year, they get even more viewers, get more young kids excited about football here in Washington and about your non-traditional quarterback. So I'm excited, Maiko.
Well, that's all we have here today for you on the DC5. I am Maiko. That is KC. We will see you guys next week. But in the meantime, if you want to hit us up by email, hit us up at sportsbuzzdc@gmail.com, and we will talk to you guys next week.